Everybody, welcome to the Hisessions Sawai podcast, where we talk about everything local and beyond. I'm John Yamasato, your host, and joining me today is Kyle Shimabukuro.
How's it?
Devon Nekoba.
Howdy.
Before we begin, we'll remind our listeners of all the ways they can stay in touch with the show. There's Facebook, Instagram, and X, all at Hisessions. You can go to SoundCloud, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts to listen to the podcast. And finally, you can email us at hisessions@yahoo.com. If you'd like to help the show, get more music on the channel, go to patreon.com and donate. There you'll be more involved with the show and help determine who and what is filmed. We'd like to thank Kupu Kupu Landscaping, Landscape Architects. You can call Kevin Yokomura, 808-722-8685 for a free estimate, or go to kupukupulandscaping.com. Thank Fort Ruger Market. This is a same, so let me talk about something. So they had the smoked ahi, or the dried ahi. Mm-hmm. Really good.
We had the pateles.
The pateles, yeah. How was that?
It's good.
It was good? Okay, good. And of course, you can visit Olelo Online, Kaliko Beamer Trap, oleloonline.com if you want to learn Hawaiian language, learn about your favorite mele. Just check in, get some language under your belt. It's always good. All right.
Good job, John.
Okay, that was a quick one, because we have a very special guest, and we're going to talk movies today, which is a topic that Devon and I love. Maybe not so much Kyle, but it's okay. So, Saxon, what we do is we
so this is Saxon Sawai.
Yeah.
Who's joining us?
Okay. And what we do is we plug you into the AI. So this is going to give you the background, give me the background, and then you let us know how accurate it is.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay. Yeah.
Your pen?
Interesting.
No, I need my
his
glasses
so you can read it.
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh, and even on the edge of the...
Well, because I can't because of the
nose
headset.
too.
Because the headset is blocking my... All right. It says, Saxon Sawai is a Hawaiian-born actor, martial artist, stunt performer, and entrepreneur. Known for his work in film, television, and business with ties to Hawaii, born in Honolulu. And it tells your parents' name, but I won't say it online. Grew up in Kailua with his sister, immersed in native Hawaiian culture through activities like hula dancing, wrestling at Kamehameha schools, karate, breakdancing, and choir. Of Hawaiian-Japanese descent, earned a BA in International Business Management. Then it goes on to your career highlights, acting and stunts in shows like Hawaii 5-0, 9-1-1, and in a World War II documentary, Voices Beyond the Barbed Wire. And then it goes for more and more and more. Is that somewhat accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah, so far it's been pretty accurate with all of our guests. But thanks for coming on, especially someone of your talent and in your genre.
Oh, thank you. And talent, and you guys are all talented, but I always go watch Devon at the theater, and
he does. He comes to the shows, and I go, "Hey, what you doing here?" Because he kind of travels back and forth for film stuff, so he'll be. We're very lucky actually to have him here, because normally he's running around in Japan or
I was gonna say
California.
It's not necessarily just LA anymore, right? You're kind of all over. You got to be all over the place.
All over, yeah. Right now I'm out in Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, and so
What's he doing in Miami?
Training out there and working out there. Yeah, so there's a movie that we'll be doing some action previs on the end of this month, and I got like a team that I work with out there. Miami Action Design. Shout out to Miami Action Design.
Nice.
So were you always, going back to the beginning, were you always this kid that liked getting physical,
falling off of things and jumping off of things, and
It's a good question. I think I was. When I go back to my childhood, it was. I started off with karate when I was 4 years old, and I guess when I was young, we used to ride bikes back then. We used to play outside a lot, and I would always be like crashing my bike into things, and so that was kind of like a thing for me growing up. It was like crashing into things.
Where did you grow up? What area?
Newtown.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Newtown.
That's Kailua over here, but you're a Pearl City guy. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't grow up in Kailua.
Oh,
grew up in Newtown.
Interesting. So a lot of
I had a place out in Kailua though.
A lot of hills out there, Newtown. So that's a good place to crash bikes.
Yeah.
So were you not only crashing bikes, but were you jumping ramps and doing all that kind of daredevil things?
Totally. We used to make our own ramps back then, and
What
It was
is
good
it with
fun.
Pro City Boys, bro? You
There's
guys
no
all-
beach there. That's why.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
guys
yeah.
red
You
dirt.
guys do
you
the
ride your
craziest
bike.
stuff, man.
Yeah.
Because he's a Pro City Boy too.
Oh, no way.
So he know that's why he's like, oh yeah, you know, he made the.
Yeah, yeah. And then, you know, in Newtown, all the way at the top, there's a long hill, right?
Cadillac Hill.
So we'd always like fly down the hill,
Yeah.
and you know, a lot of times you go out of control and stuff. yeah.
So and you went to Kamehameha schools?
Kamehameha schools, yeah.
Oh, okay. What year did you graduate from Kamehameha schools?
Well, that would give up my age, but no,
sorry.
You're probably younger than all of us.
Yeah, definitely younger than all of us.
no, class of '99.
Yeah, you
Okay.
see, you way
Oh
younger
yeah,
than us.
right. You're so much younger than us. Holy
Yeah,
crap.
yeah.
So the Hawaiian comes from your mom's side?
My mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. Dude, I had no idea.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
I think most of the stuff that you're shooting is all martial arts based.
Yeah.
And then of course, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name of the group, but you had a group of boys
Mm-hmm.
that you guys used to shoot all this stuff in, and I was telling them I would laugh because I'm like, what is Saxon with the big giant local,
Oh, yeah.
the big giant Polynesian brothers, and I'm like, I don't understand how this works, but okay.
Yeah.
So now
Group
I
of
get
us.
it.
Yeah, we just do like local comedy. and stuff like that.
Yeah. And, I mean,
yeah.
I know it seemed to be kind of where you got started. Like
Is
you
it on
found that
YouTube?
group. Yeah.
Okay.
There's some
Under
Yeah, well, that was I kind of started acting first, and then stunts, and then from that world,
Yeah.
I met different people, and then we got together, and then we
'Cause
started
David
doing like,
Russell-
content. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these guys are either currently on shows
Yeah.
or they've done shows, or you know, like I think Russell was in, actually two of them. David was in the Samoan soccer
Yeah,
movie, right? I mean, they
Yeah.
were in some of that stuff, and I was going,
Was it Lasco Wins?
yeah, but which is a great movie. But I
Yeah.
mean, it was an interesting sort of hui that you guys formed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
To do these funny, they do all these short films that were just hilarious.
Yeah. And then, you know, like, I think most of them started from that show. Like, they linked up from, it was called Next Go Win, sorry. Next
Go Win, there you go, yeah.
Sorry. And so they linked up from that show, and then I kind of, like, met or knew some of those people. One of my good friends is, like, Russell Satele, right?
Yeah.
And we connected through, like, the commercial world. We used to do commercials down here and whatnot, right?
okay.
So that's how we connected. And then we also were, like, training stunts, too. Like, Russell was trying to train some stunts, too. And so we would see each other all over the place.
That was
Yeah.
one of the questions I had. Like, how do you even get into stunt work? I mean, unless you come from a stunt family or something like that.
It's very niche. And so, first of all, like, my trajectory was from the acting world, and then being on set, and then seeing all these cool stunt guys. And then after seeing them, like, meeting them, and then, like, training with some of the top guys in Hawaii. And
As a kid, did you kind of want to be the kind of daredevil kind of thing?
it never crossed my mind, to be honest.
Was
Never
your
crossed my
parents
mind.
worried? Like they put helmet on you when you ride bicycles? and stuff like that?
No, we
Was
never
it
had
reckless?
helmets. We never had helmets back then. You know,
Yeah, it wasn't
silly,
a
but
thing.
we never had helmets. Yeah, like nowadays it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you should wear a helmet, but growing up we never had.
it took a long time, man. I'm a little bit older than you,
Yeah.
but we're around the same age. And I remember like in our day, like you were not cool if you had a helmet on.
Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
couple kids in our playground that did wore football helmet.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
But like,
What?
I remember it took a
To be
while
safe?
before like
Really?
safety
Parents?
became a kind of thing. They really had to like Tony Hawk. I remember he started wearing a helmet.
Yeah,
and I
they
think
made
like
it
when
cool.
guys like that started
Yeah,
started wearing it, say, oh okay, you know I can wear a helmet and stuff.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowadays.
Yeah.
Like back in the
Yeah.
day, you wonder. Yeah, like
And I think because my parents were young when I
Oh.
was a kid, my parents were young. My dad was kind of like wild and reckless when he was young. So growing up, I don't think he really like had any boundaries for me. Like was just like, go do whatever you want.
So you
Just
could
don't
just
make
go-
me take you to
Yeah.
the hospital afterwards, please.
Yeah, we're just
Was there a lot of trips to the emergency?
a couple, yeah. More like bruises and scrapes and that kind of stuff.
I think the martial arts training probably helped a lot to keep you from that
you
happening,
how to
right? Because you
fall
teach you how
and
to
stuff.
fall,
Yeah.
teach you how to
Yeah.
fall. I mean, I know
Yeah.
learning judo when I was very young
Yeah.
helped save me at least 3 times.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you go, oh shit, and then you just remember how to tumble and you go, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
that was kind of spooky.
Yeah. And I was
Sorry, I was eating food.
I was pretty durable growing up, but there was one incident where I think I was maybe like 7, 8 years old, and then I just went coming down Newtown, right? I just went over the bars, and my face ate it.
Oh!
And then so the face on that hard concrete was like all bleeding, and that was a bad one. That was sore. So
that hurt a little bit.
yeah, that one was pretty sore.
And then, what age did you start karate?
4.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. So you knew young how to fall and how to protect yourself.
And
Yeah.
you've been studying that, till today? Or you...
Ever since, 4, and then I kind of weaned off in high school, but then I got into wrestling in high school.
Yeah.
And then after wrestling, I got into like kickboxing, Muay Thai,
Okay.
and then I got into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
Sheesh,
MMA,
man.
and then continuously training now in
Did you
Taekwondo and all kinds
compete
of stuff.
MMA tournaments and stuff too?
I just did wrestling and then a little bit of Jiu-Jitsu, no full MMA tournaments. So, yeah.
But that all must help when it comes to doing stunts and doing, because you've been in like fight choreography or like fights that were choreographed, right?
Yeah.
So you got to know how to throw a punch and.
Yeah, you gotta know how to throw a punch and do things properly, and then you can figure out how to like make it work on camera and film.
I was watching. So my new thing is like I've been watching other people watch movies on YouTube.
What's wrong with you?
There's a bunch of channels, and they watch. So it's like they're watching the movie, but you watch them watch the movie.
Isn't that like the Mystery Science Theater?
It's
one
kinda
where
like Mystery Science
robots
Theater.
be watching
Yeah,
the big screen?
yeah.
But
Not as much commentary.
what it brings me joy, because these are movies like, so for example, yesterday I was watching Kill Bill. Watching someone watch Kill Bill or
For
whatever.
the first time.
But they're watching it for the first time, right?
Okay,
so it's enjoyable because like the twists that are coming, and then you see them react to it and stuff like that, right? But I was just watching the fight between Uma Thurman and Daryl Hannah in the trailer, and I just thought that because number one, it's great choreography, right?
Yeah.
But number two, they're in this trailer and things are getting destroyed because they're getting thrown through walls and they're grabbing things off the wall. And I'm thinking, like, if you screw that up, how do they, like, do they have multiple sets of the same stuff and they got to reset it up? Or, like, how does
you
that
have
even,
the perfect person to ask?
Yeah, how does that even work? Because, like, they're destroying the trailer as they're running around and hitting it.
So you think something like that was a one take kind of thing?
Like, but I can't imagine those things can be one take, right?
Sometimes they can be one take. I mean, if you have like good, like stunt doubles and whatnot, and good performers, they can do it in one take. But usually, what happens is you do what's called like action previs, and so you set everything up like a mock set.
Okay.
Maybe there's cardboard boxes here and there's mats here, and then you run through the whole choreography and the whole fight scenes, and then you film it. So you get all the blocking done for camera. You do that before you actually shoot the actual scene. And then a lot of times the actors, if they're heavily involved, they'll come in, they'll rehearse everything till they got it down. And then when it's time to shoot, then it's like, okay, you guys remember everything? You guys remember where you guys are standing, all the reactions? Okay, 3, 2, 1, action, boom, 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 boom. And then, okay, one take, we're good, So it's possible.
It's like it's like choreographing a dance pretty much. It's just like you're doing a lot of ass kicking, and sometimes it's shooting. I know I watched Stunt, which was on Peacock. And it followed, I cannot remember for the life of me the name of that stunt company that did all the John Wick stuff.
Oh, 8711.
Yeah. See, he knows.
Yeah.
But then like John Wick is Pain, and watching them. So when you're talking about previs and stuff, I'm like, oh wow, that's cool. My friend has to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's really neat because they literally set up the whole room with boxes. Like there's all these giant cardboard boxes, and they're just going, okay, so we're gonna take the guy and shove him into this thing and throw this thing around, and then they just destroy everything and go, okay, we shot it, this is what we're gonna do. They put it then on like in computers, figure out the angles, and I'm always impressed watching you guys do these fight scenes because for Hawaii Five-O, they made me do one fight scene, and I said I don't ever want to do that again because it was nuts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because what it was is it was the guy was a hitman.
Okay.
Came to and we were supposed to be at the airport, and we busted him for something, and then he stands up and kicks the living shit out of all of us and then leaves the room. But it was, I mean, he was straight arming people, and they were flipping, and he choked me out, and he gave me gave me an elbow to the head and all this stuff. And what they did was they said, oh, you know what? Rather than get a stuntman, let's just see if the actors can do it. And I was like,
And then they go,
okay.
instead of just pulling back, just if you could just hit him.
Well,
Hit that guy Devon for real.
Well, I mean, the stunt coordinator was really good. I mean, they taught us all the stuff. But you do 4 takes of this.
Right.
And when they hit you, it's and Saxon can back me up on this, but a lot of it is the reaction. I mean, the give of the punch is important,
Right.
But the person who reacts is more important, because if you swing, you can swing all you want, and if the guy doesn't move his head, it looks dumb, and you got to redo it again.
Yeah.
So they would swing. I would, put my head violently back, and after it was done, I was like, oh, cool, my first fighting experience. That was kind of neat. The next day, I had whiplash.
Yeah.
Right, because you're going, and
I
I didn't know anything about that kind of stuff, so I wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah.
I was just going, oh, I have to make this look good,
Yeah.
bruh. I don't know how you do that over and over and over again. I don't understand how that works for you.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta like strengthen your neck, and it's like your body gets put through a lot.
So
Your body not made for stunt, Devon.
I know, bruh. I could have told them that, but but look at him. He's like picture of health and muscles
that's the bloody for
everywhere.
stunt.
Yeah, I know. But it's not a thing that you can do overnight, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been
Yeah.
years of you sort of prepping for this kind of
And
stuff.
I would assume when you're filming these things, there are times where you get mistakenly hit, or
Oh, yeah.
people get hurt
Oh, yeah.
because miscalculations
all the time, especially if you working with actors that aren't trained in the art, and you have to take a punch. A lot of my friends, they always get hit. Yeah.
You ever got your bell rung by accident too?
Not by accident, no. But I've had friends that have been like
Knocked out. Yes,
broken
wow.
bones, and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, I really give credit to stunt people. That's why just watched the newest Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Final Reckoning.
Oh yeah.
People were kind of hard on that movie, I thought. I mean, a lot of reviews weren't that good. Story was a little convoluted, but just sitting there watching Tom Cruise do all these crazy stunts, and knowing that this guy is toward the end of his career.
He's 62.
Yeah, and not going to be able to do it that much longer. It's kind of like you're just watching in my mind, you're just watching like a master at doing his craft,
But did Tom Cruise train in a stunt thing besides acting?
Oh yeah, he trains everything. That guy is like, he trains super hard in everything. Like, he flies his own planes, he jumps out of his own planes, he rides his own bikes, he jumps over cliffs himself. Like, he's his own stuntman. Like, he's like one of the goats. He's like,
is Keanu Reeves like that too? Or?
Yeah, Keanu Reeves is like that too.
Wow.
Yeah, he trained specifically to all that gun fu stuff that they came up with, and because I think he felt like it reads better if you see him doing it.
Yeah.
Right. But then, bro, he's also in his 60s. I'm thinking,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
hell are you doing, man? But like for you, how long do you think you're gonna be able to do this, man? Because
Yeah, I mean, as long as I possibly can,
What is the average age where people just kind of retire out of that?
I think, like, as a stuntman per se, I think people go from stuntmen to coordinators, and then they start designing things, right?
Okay.
And then my trajectory has always been, I was an actor first, and then I got into stunts. So my whole thing is now the action actor. So ideally I would like to, I would be taking less bodily damage, but then still being very active in like the martial arts scene and putting everything together. Ideally the goal is to be like a Tom Cruise.
He's in a samurai group actually, where they do a lot of swordplay and stuff, and the stuff that they've come up with, I'm just freaking out, bro. Because you did one on a sandbar.
Oh yeah.
Right, you and your friend, and you're running at each other, and you've got these giant swords, and they're just going to town. I'm like, how the hell?
Yeah. And those swords, they're not obviously like they're stunt swords, or is it like just doubled up blades?
Sometimes we use like aluminum swords. Sometimes we use like bamboo swords that are plated with like a aluminum foil, so it looks real.
Oh, okay.
But
you still can get hurt though.
Yeah,
you still can get hurt. Yeah, so you have to be very careful with who you do it with, and even experience. I've even got like injured by experienced people. So where sometimes I'll get like I got poked in the eye with a sword, but like right here.
Just missed your
or
eye.
I've got like slashed right above my eye. So even with experienced people, because the thing with action is, in general, you want to make it, the goal is to make something look as dangerous as possible and deadly as possible, but being as safe as possible. And sometimes that puts you in danger as well. Because sometimes you want to thread the needle, right? Like you want that sword to be like, so sometimes you yourself put yourself in that danger so you can, just slightly duck, but there comes a cost with it.
I would think though, to jump back to your question, Kyle, about the age thing, I think there's work for older stunt people too, because you need stunt people to cover for older actors too, totally. Right? So you just kind of
like Darren Fujimori.
But what they usually do with
kidding Darren. You know that old
too. They put you in makeup too to make you look old, right?
Yeah.
Oh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so neat because I've just brought up our friend Darren Fujimori. Darren, who I've also known a really long time, but he's a stuntman as well. And it's fascinating to know that two of my friends are doing stunt work like that.
Yeah. So Darren is like my mentor in stunts. Yeah. So he's the guy that like took me under his wing and he's like, okay, let me teach you. And he's the one that showed me the ropes. And from his teaching, that's where I got my first jobs on set. Him and Danny Kim, right?
Okay,
they're like some of the two goats in Hawaii of stunts. And so I got my start from them. And then, like Danny, he let me double Daniel Day Kim, right? Yeah. Because that's Daniel Day Kim's stunt double. So Daniel Day Kim comes to set and then he's like, where's my stunt? Where's my stunt double? It's Danny, right? But Danny's coordinating now. And so he's like, oh, well, we got this. He tells Daniel Day Kim, we got this new and improved guy. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely not improved because I'm not better than you, Danny. But he, let me take his place.
And Daniel Day Kim is just the nicest guy.
Yeah.
Just super good
awesome.
dude. Super good dude.
When you're doing stunt work and you're doing it for an actor, let's say taller or different physique, do they pick the stunt double to kind of match?
Yeah.
So you kind of fall into a niche where if they're looking for a certain guy with your frame and your body type, then you come in.
Either like an inch or two smaller or two higher. If they are really tall, then you just gotta kind of like match the specs.
So are you doing more stuff for Daniel Day Kim? Because he's
taller.
He's got butterfly.
He's a little bit taller than me. He's a little bit taller than me. I mean, if I'm available, and they do things down here, then I'd be, more than happy to do it. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
And how did you get wrapped up in the Florida guys? What was that?
I went out to Florida. I have an agent out in Atlanta, and so being out on the East Coast, I'm trying to network and then also build my body of work out on the East Coast. And so I found a brand new action facility that just started, the first in Florida, and decided to join with them. And then I made a lot of friends out in Florida. And so now, I'm working with that team, and Chris and Yesenia, who are the owners of, Miami Action Design, they're going to coordinate my next movie.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's
I
amazing.
also have an action movie coming out.
No way.
Yeah, we're gonna. Well, it's in the making, but they're gonna help me with it on the action side, and then Fight Eye Richmond, he's gonna be directing and writing. And
Wow.
That's cool.
We
So
gotta-
what's the can you tell us what the storyline is?
It's
Wait, not.
Or is it secret? Is it secret?
it's still being produced right now.
Oh, okay,
so
okay.
once we get it, then I'll let
Okay.
you guys know.
So if you
I'll let
need, you know,
guys
like if you need like old
Yeah,
funny guys, like we're there, man. I'm
for
there
sure,
you.
for sure,
You know
for
what
sure,
I mean? Like I can play your father or something.
for sure, for sure.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He's tri-coastal.
Yeah.
Tri-coastal.
Florida,
Yeah.
California, and then
So-
also in Hawaii.
When you're a regular, you're playing a stunt in a regular movie, and you're impersonating, like, let's say Daniel Day Kim.
Yeah.
Do you put makeup or wear a mask to make yourself look like Daniel Day Kim when you're doing it, or is it done post
I don't
like
think
in
he needs to,
CGI,
actually.
or
You usually,
how does that work nowadays with the with the computer and stuff being?
Yeah,
able
good
to-
question. Usually you'll wear the same clothes
Okay, yeah.
and you have the same haircut. So they'll come in, they'll look at your hair, they'll cut it the same,
Or they put on a wig.
or they'll put on a
Yeah.
wig. Yep, and then they'll try and get you in shots where your face is not seen.
So do you
Yeah.
actively go? Oh, the camera's right here, so I'm gonna turn my face this way, or are you directed
You
to
can,
do that?
you can, you can be aware of the
I
camera.
would imagine now
and-
though with the
try not-
computers and stuff, they can just face replace, right?
Yeah. I'm sure in some circumstances
Actually,
they do
yeah,
that.
I think in Sinners they did that.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
probably,
In Sinners,
Oh,
probably.
for Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had a guy who was the same size as Michael B. Jordan because they were playing twins.
Right.
Yeah.
They like through the fight scenes, through all the stuff, they would shoot the whole thing with all these different cameras and then just plate Michael's face onto the guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool because it means that, you know, people like Saxon, they can still use them in the film.
Mhm.
Right.
And they still need them in the film.
Right.
But then they can just very seamlessly use the other actor's face. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
You did Hawaii Five-0. You did Magnum. Did you pretty
I-
much do all the shows? Because I know he was in Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Cool.
So yeah, Lilo and Stitch recently, Hawaii Five-0, Magnum PI, NCIS Hawaii. Doogie Kamealoha was when I was the double for Daniel Day Kim.
Oh,
okay.
okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Lilo and Stitch probably gonna be the #1 movie of the year, but we have Avatar: Fire and Ash coming out
Oh,
this
no.
year.
Lilo and Stitch still gonna beat him, bro.
So
I guarantee you.
Well,
but we
may-
got to see his face.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
get beat up. He
yeah,
just
yeah.
had Stitch.
Well, Stitch kind of did wreck me a little.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, so you're playing a character in this, not
Yeah.
a stunt double or anything.
Well, it's an action scene, and so that's how I got hired for it. It's the groom in Lilo and Stitch. So I'm
Okay.
getting
Ah.
married, and then I'm at my wedding, dancing with my wife, and then Stitch just happens to see some cake, ends up wrecking the whole wedding, and crashes through the cake. And
Okay, so walk me through how that works because obviously Stitch is not there. Is
Yeah.
it just a doll painted blue that you have to kind of dance around with? Is
yeah,
that what
yeah.
happens?
So we use a couple of different versions of Stitch. One we use like a stuffed animal, and then another one was like a heavy, like Stitch-looking bag, and then they just like kind of threw it, so you can have the weight behind
yeah,
it.
right.
Yeah, so we used two different types, and then they just like did the graphics, the computer graphics after.
Oh, it's nice because they at least
Yeah.
give you something to look
So when
at.
you're
Yeah.
doing it, you have no clue how it's gonna actually look. until
Yeah,
it's
so you just
done
kind of like
post.
imagine it in your face, like like I'm holding Stitch up in the air, and then you're like.
That was
There's a scene-
funny. It was
There's
really
a scene
funny.
where I'm like supposed to be holding my wife because technically she's supposed to do the whole like dance where she like runs into my arms and I lift her up like Dirty Dancing, and then like we're ready to like embrace, and then like it's Stitch, and then
Uh-huh.
that's when I realized what the heck is in my hands, right?
Uh-huh.
And Stitch is actually pretty heavy, right? So thus the weight of my wife, is supposed to be in my hands, and then I freak out.
Huh.
It was really funny.
I gotta see that movie now.
Huh?
That
And, well,
looks funny.
and they're gonna start shooting the sequel, so maybe, just maybe,
Maybe.
it'll be like a Baby Luau, and then the same sort of, right? That'd be a nice little.
That'd be kind of funny,
Yeah,
if he,
yeah, he
if
crashes
he wrecks,
the-
yeah.
crashes the first
The
birthday
first
party.
baby
Like, oh my
luau,
god,
yeah.
it's the same people.
Yeah.
What was
first-
the most craziest stunt you ever done?
craziest stunt I ever did? I would have to say that I did. You know, on Chief of War, we had a lot of stunts that were pretty crazy. We do this thing called dead man's, and so what it is you have like a climbing harness on you,
Okay.
and you attach this cable to the back of the
Okay.
harness, and then that cable is attached to like something solid, and you run full blast, and then as you get to the end of that line, it just goes wink, and
So
then
you
you just
fall
like
backwards.
yeah. So it's basically giving yourself like a self-driven whiplash.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
So we have those, and then we have what we call ratchets, and that's where it's like a pull. And so that is when it just pulls you using a compressor, set amount of force, and then you just fly back.
Feet in the air and everything.
Feet in the back, yeah, and everything, and you're just flying in the air, right? And then you're usually landing on like a pad or something. So on this one, I think I did it was a double whammy. So it's a dead man ratchet. So you run, full blast, and then as you hit the line, you get the whiplash, and then you get pulled back at the same time. I think on one of them, I like flew back pretty far, and then my shoulder like dug into the ground, and it like almost broke my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was
That was pretty intense.
it wasn't that it was a bad stunt. It was
Did
just
it miss
that
the pads? That's why, or
it went through the pad.
oh,
So it bottomed out. Yeah,
Mm.
so it bottomed out onto the pad.
Whoa.
Like sometimes the force, your body just like hits it, and then like, yeah, it just slightly like went through, and then like.
and you kept going filming after that, or
Oh yeah. I mean, when I was filming on Chief of War, I couldn't feel like my left leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people. I mean, you know, a lot of times you just like take the pain, and you just like, okay, let's do this. You know.
Mm.
That's
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about Chief of War because some of the stuff in there is intense, like the fighting, and Jason Momoa is kind of known for being very physical.
Yeah.
With his stuff, and
Yeah.
I don't believe they held back at all with any of the stuff they were doing. So they needed to have, and they had this mixture of people who'd never even acted before,
Yeah.
people who have acted a lot.
Yeah.
And to, like you were saying, right, when you put those two things together, sometimes it can be kind of scary.
Yeah.
Especially because you're running at each other full force
Yeah.
on a lava field. And you've got people with weapons that are basically wood and shark teeth. And you're having a go at each other. He posted a picture on his Instagram of like this huge gash on his head, and no, it was your arm, yeah. It's on his chest,
Yeah.
and it's this huge gaping wound, and I went, bruh, wow, I can't believe you had that thing, and it's obviously makeup, but it's so well done.
Yeah.
And the weapons that they're showing, obviously sometimes it's real and sometimes it's a prop that would hold.
So they're all prop weapons.
Yeah, but they're
Yeah.
still,
Oh.
but they still gotta hit you with the thing, and
Yeah.
you know, and because it's a lot of, I noticed in one of the shots, he comes in with that, I don't know, this like shark teeth axe thing, and he like
Yeah.
gets a guy underneath and then rips,
Yeah.
and so you see blood flying, and I went, oh, that looks, wow.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how you fake that kind of stuff without getting a little bit hurt.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of control, a lot of practice, you know, and again, like we were talking about earlier, where it has to look real. You know, it
Yeah.
has to look violent, it has to look real,
Yeah.
but it has to be safe. You know, so that's where the trained person, you got to have it done by a trained person, because if you do it wrong and it hurts the other person, then, you know,
Yeah.
it's not good, right? So
Yeah. But
But-
I mean, there were so many people
yeah.
in those battle scenes.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, how do you, as the stunt coordinator, I don't know how you keep track of all of that.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, is some of it's CGI or is it all stunt related work?
a lot of it was stunts on that film.
Wow.
Just because it was like, I think the idea was to just make it as real as possible,
Wow.
you know. And again, you know, like Pa'a was saying that they had an option to go to a studio and film all of that lava scene in the studio, but then Jason was like, no, we got to film it like for real, for real.
Like
You
with
know.
lava for real.
I think that probably is one of the hardest, it might very well be one of the hardest terrains that any stunt scene has been done on. Like if you actually went to that field, as soon as you step on that lava, your feet are cut. You put your hand down on there, it's like glass. You know, like I fell down on it and big gash. Like I have gashes all over my back and like my butt and my knee, big chunk coming out of my knee, right? So I mean, it's dangerous terrain. So
Yeah.
But for you being involved with it as a native Hawaiian, there was so much pride regarding that, right?
Yeah.
So did you feel like, okay, there's a little bit of extra I just got to give them because...
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, no, it was special. You know, when I'm bleeding all over the place, you know, and they want to clean it, I'm like, no, this is real. You don't need makeup. Just let it bleed out and let's just continue filming the scene, right?
Oh, brah.
You know, so it's like, you know, you have that passion and you're just like, man, we want to do this. And it's a special feeling when you're on Big Island, overlooking a whole battlefield and you're like, man, we're recreating something special. Yeah.
And how many episodes did you have to shoot for?
So I was on the stunt previous team. So we did a lot of the action inside like Kaka'ako first. So, you know, we're talking about the previous. So we did all the choreography and all the stunts and we filmed it all first. And then after that, I was brought on to the final battlefield in the last episode, episode 9. And so I was on that episode.
How long was that shoot?
Well, I think it was like 8 days, yeah.
Brah.
It was like 8 days.
How many minutes was it on film?
It's almost the whole episode, I think.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, yeah.
Most of our stunt prep was for that final battle, though. Because
Really?
that was the most special one, right? It's like everybody
Gotta
fighting.
get 'em right.
and-
So when you first saw where you was going to film the final battle, you was like, oh, shit, this
Yeah.
is nuts.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're not
Yeah.
even like, it's not even they're wearing pants. They're wearing like loincloths
Yeah.
and running
Yeah,
at each
yeah,
other. Like
yeah.
no more shirt on, nothing.
What
So I
about,
was like,
what
bruh.
about footwear, though?
So we had those reef walkers, but it was like tan reef walkers,
Oh, okay.
you know, and then it got edited out.
Yeah.
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 I was gonna say because I used to go to the Big Island go fishing,
Yeah.
and you can't. The only thing that you could wear on that rock was the tabis, the like real thick ones. You know, if you tried anything else, forget it. Like you would just get eaten up by that lava
Yeah.
rock. So I
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
yeah.
What did the real Hawaiians, the warriors back in the day, wear to protect their feet?
They had like a footwear, you know, they had footwear that they would use on the lava field, but had your nuts guys that never use footwear too. had some guys that were like, I'm tough enough where I don't need any footwear.
What was
I
it
just
made
run
out
on,
of, though,
run on
too?
the lava.
Like you said, you know, you need the tabis was something that needed. What would they use back then? You kind of just grab blue olive leaf, put them on
Yeah,
your
yeah,
feet,
yeah,
and
yeah,
run
yeah,
through the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's probably
I don't know. We try look them up. Try look them
Yeah,
up.
I
Try
know,
Google
I
them.
know. Some of this stuff's a little more deep in the...
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna try to look them up after
Now,
that
do
to
you-
see what
Yeah.
they were wearing.
Now, do you want to expand your repertoire beyond? Because I know you want to do acting,
Yeah,
like more than stunts as well.
yeah.
Do you want to go into like? Would you do like a romantic comedy if they asked you, or you know?
I would do. Yeah, I would do romantic. I would do. I've done some stuff like that. I'll get
Because you
casted
got a
as
good
like.
face. You can be.
A lot of times I'll
good.
get casted as like the romantic partner or something like that of a girl. I don't know if you watch Cobra Kai,
Mm-hmm.
but I was like the love interest for Kumiko.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
Yeah. So well, they didn't show her, but then
came to the
Chosen,
door.
Sensei Chosen comes to the door
Yeah.
in Okinawa, and then like there's this younger
Oh,
guy.
I remember
Yeah.
that scene. That was
yeah,
you.
so that
That
was
was
me.
it?
That was me.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could see that too. So you're keeping all your options open.
Yeah.
Me and Devon couldn't pull off that scene. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Going if we were the dad or something.
Yeah.
But I
And
mean,
so-
it's exciting to see your rise and the stuff that you're doing, because I think way back when the dinosaurs walked the earth and I was doing we were trying to do all that kind of stuff, there just simply weren't enough opportunities.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
didn't have that. I mean, Daniel Day Kim did an entire show about being Korean and being a secret agent, and I can't imagine that ever happening in the 80s and the 90s. It wouldn't happen, because people would be like, nah, they're not, we're always the
Yeah.
guys, we're doing long duck dong. So it's actually it's refreshing to and encouraging for me to see that you're going, okay, well, I'm gonna do some stunt stuff now, and then I'm gonna take the acting stuff. I'm gonna be a coordinator later on. I'm gonna do this romantic comedy or whatever. So,
what movie do you guys think broke the mold from the long dong era of Asians being depicted in a certain kind of character? What do you think? What was it?
I mean, some say that it might have been Crazy Rich Asians was like a start of a lot of it.
See, that was 4 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
But
So
even
Crazy
Lost
Rich
still
Asians
kinda
is
brought
a
it
decade
to-
I think
ago
Lost
already.
did with Daniel.
Yeah.
But but again, they've always looked at it as, okay, we got this Asian in the show, right? So it was Daniel that came. All he could do was speak Korean.
Yeah.
You didn't realize
yeah.
until later
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that he spoke English,
That's true.
right?
Henry Golden started to like lead, right? He was a leading man.
Yeah, Crazy Rich Asians. Yeah, probably was.
We always were Asians are always looked at as the plucky helper, you know. We're all that. I mean, you had Short Round from Indiana Jones, you know what I mean? But
Or Data.
or Data, yeah. But see what I mean? Like all the stuff that you have.
But there was also like Better Luck
from-
Tomorrow.
Yeah, that came out in 96 or 97. So this is what I mean is this is a fairly new phenomenon. It's something that people didn't really think about before, and they are now, and it's great because now you have 2.0 or 3.0 where, you know what I mean, he can take advantage of those things. And what's nice is you can kind of go anywhere you want with it.
Yeah,
which I think is
especially
really
with that
exciting.
background, man.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
that's awesome.
And the action background is really helpful. I just wish we had more work here, because then we could have you back here and working.
Yeah. What do you think is needed to fix that?
I mean, I think it's hard to fix. You know, I feel like at this point, I can tell you what I'm doing. We're just making our own stuff. You know, we're making our own content. We're making our own films already. Because
I mean, comedians are already doing that too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite stunt related movies? Like that you go like, oh wow, that was pretty impressive, or
So I think everybody uses like John Wick as like a benchmark now. You know, that's like the modern style of like how people want to do action. So I think that's always a great one, right, to reference. I almost feel myself as the more I do more action, the more I want to get back into like the character actor. You know, so sometimes the great action doesn't move me as much as the action acting combined. You know, where there's an actor that I'm interested in, there's a storyline that I'm interested in, there's an actor that or a character that I want to win, and whatever action he does, I'm like, oh man, that was great. Even though it's not as flashy, it's like, man, that the way he did it and the emotion that he gave with that punch, I'm like, oh man, that's a good one, you know.
As a seasoned actor and in stunts like that, can you, when you watch a movie, decipher off the get what is real stunt and what is altered, like CGI kind of stunt?
Yeah, you can definitely tell, you know. And the more you do stunts or action, the more you can see like what you like or what you don't like.
I think the first time for me was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
In the beginning, I'm like, oh, this is cool fight scenes, and you see one guy go in the air, and like, wait a minute, what is that?
Yeah.
Well, because that's the
Wire
thing,
work.
right? You had the Chinese influx of things. So Yuan Wu Ping and that flying type of kung fu.
Yeah.
Then you got John Wick and the gun fu stuff, and then also too like Indonesia. Surprisingly, I think it was Indonesia, right?
Yeah.
Like they did this movie called The Raid, which is based.
That's what Iko
talked about. Yeah.
Iko Weiss, yeah.
See, he knows all the guys,
Yeah.
and the fights in that thing are freaking brutal. And you watch it and you go, "Whoa, my God!" Because I mean, the two guys are fighting. One guy jumps off something, he kicks him.
Yeah.
The guy flies into a table, falls on the ground, then gets up, and they're still fighting. And I'm like, how do you? What? Because there's no wire. It's all just guys jumping up and smacking the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh. And then I watched Warrior, right? And Warrior, the fight scenes in that were fantastic too. But it's again
Indonesian Warrior.
No. Warrior.
There's
The
been
one
a
that
lot
was,
of Warriors.
Well, sorry, it's Warrior. It was the one about Bruce Lee. Basically,
Okay.
the character, the character sort of ish, like Bruce Lee ish.
Okay.
That was on like Cinemax and stuff. But
Warrior's a great example of like a modern day action film that has a lot of. It's very character driven.
yeah,
And it's not just the choreo is great or the fight scenes are great, but the acting is really great.
yeah,
You know,
In
you
fact,
got
that-
some cool guys. You got Mark Dacascos in there too, right?
yeah,
He was in Warrior,
exactly.
yeah.
And that guy's
Oh.
a legend,
Yeah.
man.
Andrew Koji is the lead.
Yes,
He's the guy. Yeah. Andrew Koji.
But I can see you doing something like that.
Yeah.
I can see you taking something like that on and going, okay, I
Yeah.
can, yeah,
Yeah.
we can do that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah, I would
So-
love to work with Mark one day too. You know what's funny about him is I'm really close with the dad. But everywhere I travel, like I'll travel to Japan and I'll be like training with some of the guys out in Japan, and then people will be like, "Hey, you remind me of somebody from Hawaii." And I just worked with them on a film last week. I was like, "Who?" He's like, "Mark Dacascos. You look and you act just like him." I was like, "Well, I'm from Hawaii, local
You
mixed
kind of do look like
mixed
him.
blood,
Yeah.
right?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
So either Mark Dacascos or the kind, right? So Daniel Day Kim. So see, you can do Korean,
Yeah.
you can do Hawaiian, you can do
Yeah.
Japanese, Chinese.
Yeah,
He's all
yeah,
good. He's got it all covered.
Yeah.
That's a benefit, man. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I think being able to move within all those different
Yeah.
racial types is awesome,
Yeah.
man.
And
That's
I might be
amazing.
in Indonesia next year
Oh, no kidding.
filming.
Wow.
But that's a little bit,
Okay.
little bit under wraps, but we'll see.
Okay,
We'll see what
okay.
happens.
Don't tell anybody.
You
We'll see
know,
what happens.
My wife just sent me, and this is a controversial thing that's
Yeah.
happening with all our careers right now.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
my,
the
my
AI
wife
thing.
just sent me an AI story about this AI actress now
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
getting a lot of work, and she looks real, and she's sitting down talking on a talk show, and she has a personality and movies and all this kind of stuff. How do you guys feel about the future of movies with this type of AI technology? Because I have a certain feeling with the graphic design
Right.
field.
By the
and
way, yeah,
music.
you don't know, but Kyle owns High Life, or he is High Life brand.
Oh, sick.
So he designs, and he's an artist and designs all the stuff.
Yeah.
The three of us have different things that we always talk about how AI can affect our career.
Right.
But what I wanted to know is like your outlook on how it's going to affect the film industry,
Yeah.
even the stunts or some kind of things like that. Right now.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not necessarily a fan of AI replacing human beings, but some of the things that I take into consideration is how can we protect ourselves and our own intellectual property and our own brand, so that I'm fine with somebody using my likeness as long as I'm getting paid for it. So if you're gonna make an AI version of me, as long as I'm protected, I'm fine with it. I don't particularly want that, but it is what it is, and I'm just kind of mindful about that. And so the more that we can, think of ways where we can protect ourselves from that, then the better.
Well, and I'm assuming like with the AI, you can go like, okay, we're gonna put Devon in a nuclear reactor, but now
Yeah.
they can see, they can
Yeah.
make it, safely or whatever, or whatever kind of weird stunt that.
Yeah, I'd
would be
rather if they're gonna
really
shoot it in a
dangerous.
nuclear reactor,
Yeah.
if they used an AI me, that'd be better.
Yeah.
I think
you know
I'd
what I'm
enjoy
saying?
that.
Like you could use it in that way. It would
Yeah.
be great.
Yeah.
In ways that he wouldn't be able to do it physically.
Yeah, wouldn't be able to do it
I would
physically
prefer
or
that.
very.
But if I
very
still get the
dangerous.
money-
But something
that'd be cool.
interesting, like somebody like
Yeah.
Bruce Willis, who did sign away his likeness and stuff, right? Was it Bruce
Yeah.
Willis?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bruce
I mean,
Willis.
you're gonna see Die Hard 145. Like, it's gonna keep going now,
Yeah.
right? There's
Yeah.
a possibility.
I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be a while before we see that though, because I think if they did come out with a Die Hard 5,
I don't know what they are
I don't know what
Yeah.
their number is now, but at this point, I think people would you'd have a little bit of a negative reaction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think maybe like 10 years from now, when AI is kind of just integrated into everything and they do something like that, I think it'd be a little bit more accepted. So I think it's
But I think
longer
with,
term.
with action, it's always going to be a little more difficult because when you watch humans doing the fight scene, it's humans doing the fight
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
soon as they morph it into, like if you're
Yeah.
watching Star Wars and there's a bunch of Jedis and the kind fighting on a field or something, you go, okay, that's all just
Yeah, like Terminator.
yeah, it's all just it's all generated by computers. So
I can say maybe in like a video game aspect, like
Mhm.
I think I can visualize that a little bit more. Like let's say you have like a personal brand and then your likeness is now transferred into a video game using AI technology, and you're getting residuals off of that even after you die, and that is transferred over to your family. I can see a world where that is good. But I feel like building your personal brand nowadays is so much more important than it was before. You know, because nowadays you see like all these actors, they can go on like a big film and then they'll just like, okay, you were good last year, but now we're going to give you half the amount of money. Yeah. You know, because we don't value you as much.
You did that to Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, that's a good example,
Jeremy
right?
Renner,
Yeah, and so it's like nowadays it's like you really have to focus on your own brand building and be able to, you know, utilize that versus like putting your faith in like other companies.
We've been doing a good job, man, because I mean every time on Instagram it pops up, you're flipping or kicking somebody's ass or flashing a sword, and I'm going, jeez, oh my God.
Is it one of these things where like at first it was a lot of work to try to get work, but then once like you kind of get known as like, okay, this guy can do action, he can do stunts, there's only a limited amount of guys who can do that, and on top of that, your build and your look is going to be specific to only a few actors and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, let's call Saxon. You know, he's the man. Like, do you feel like that ball is kind of rolling at this point?
Yeah, I mean that's the idea, is to like keep building that reputation up and keep producing and you know building that brand. You know, so now when we move into the next phase of making our own movies and our own action movies, you know, now we can kind of control our own brand and our own likeness and hopefully that's
well, that and the AI could help guys like you with that.
Yeah.
Right? Because now it's like, okay, maybe we don't have a budget for a huge set, but we need this one scene that requires a large space or something like that, so we can AI that or whatever. You know, so that could be a way that I could be helpful, right?
AI becomes a prop.
Yeah. A help in that sense.
So if anybody's watching this today, since Darren was nice enough to reach back, help you out, give you some advice. What's some advice that you have for young people who see you on screen and go, hey, I like being in the movie with Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Cool. And you know, if they're thinking about doing stunt work, is there any sort of background stuff that you know? Okay, you really do need to look at this and look into this, get better at these things.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you really want to get into stunts, I would call Darren Fujimori. Call Darren Fujimori, get some one-on-one training with him.
Yeah, Fuj.
You know, but more so, I would just, it requires a lot of work. You know, you have to be real with yourself. Like, how bad do you want it? And how much effort are you going to put into the craft? And, you know, like, set a realistic goal. You know, do you want to be an action film? Okay. Well, how much are you going to train for it? You know, there's a lot of things you have to learn, and someone like Darren could guide you into like what types of skill sets you need to have. And then once you have that roadmap, just keep training, and you know, going to acting classes, taking improv, do theater, you know, get into all the short films, and continue training martial arts. I mean, for me, like, it's, you know, that life, right? It's like people think that. It's funny because a lot of people think, oh, all you do is martial arts, right? But I mean, I have an audition for a movie later today. Yeah. You know, like, I'm constantly reading scripts, like behind the scenes, right? It's like I'm studying scripts, I'm reading scenes, I'm acting in front of a camera. After that, I'll go to the gym, I'll do gymnastics, I'll train taekwondo today, I'll train jiu-jitsu, I'll train with my swords, right? So every day, train every day.
That sounds like a lot of work and a lot of time.
Yeah.
In a day, you know.
Yeah.
Me, John, and Kyle would never be able to.
But, you know, like, now you say you're going for a movie audition. Is it online then, right now? Or
so we do what is called self-tapes now.
Yeah.
Right? So before it used to be in person.
You were just telling us about that.
Now we got to do self-tapes. And so it's like you get your camera, and then you have a backdrop with the lighting. And then now you do your scene with a scene partner, either in person or on the phone, you know.
Wow.
You know, sometimes
I got you, man. Anytime you
Yeah.
let me know.
Yeah, when I'm in Florida, sometimes I gotta call my mom, right? Put her on you know, online, and then my mom will read it, and then I'll like play it into the camera.
Self tape sucks. I don't know anybody who enjoys it.
By the way, Devon doesn't like that.
But
If you
I
didn't
guess it would
No,
make
it's
it a lot
awful.
easier
Yeah.
for people to just see the amount of talent out there in a short amount of time,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and especially Devin, because he's a theatrical actor. He's used to being in front of a
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah,
right?
he
that's
needs
like-
lighting and makeup.
He's used to getting
and-
the reaction, like everybody cheering.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, he needs a-
I don't know about that, but also too. I mean, the difference between stage and screen is so big.
Yeah.
I think learning that is also important because you know how far to bring down what you're doing, so that you don't look crazy
Yeah.
when you're trying to self tape.
Yeah.
Because I've been guilty of that before.
Yeah.
I do it because I do the role the way that I would see the role done if I were sitting on stage.
Yeah.
But when
Oh.
when the casting person sees it, they go, "Whoa, shit, that's kind
Yeah.
of a lot." So they want you to bring it down to a part where it almost looks like you're not doing anything, which is really hard for me to.
Well, theater audition and movie audition is two separate things, too.
Right,
so-
but being able to switch between the two is
Yeah.
is
That's
kind of
gotta
difficult.
be tough, yeah. Sure.
And then you also don't know what they're looking for.
Yeah.
There's been other ones where I've been a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
and they go, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
we want that, and I go, what? Yeah, but okay, sorry.
And that's the thing too, right? Is because they say you can always bring somebody down, but it's
Mhm.
hard to bring somebody up.
Mm.
So if I have low energy and I'm trying to play a big character, it's hard to bring that person to be there. But if Devin's already at that big character, it's like, oh well, bring it down a couple notches.
Yeah.
Perfect, you know.
Oh.
And they always go, just maybe 20% less.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. But that's good.
It's better
that's
to give
good.
more
It's
and-
better
and
to give
get-
more
yeah.
than like not have enough.
Yeah,
oomph,
yeah, yeah.
right? Yeah.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
So,
All right, real quick.
yes.
I'll make my recommended because I've actually seen a couple of good movies lately. This year has
Oh.
been not the greatest in my opinion as far as movies. Last year was the worst, but this year's getting a little better.
Mm.
Any recommendations? 2025 movies that come
Movies.
out recently? You don't have one?
Chief of War? No.
Well,
I
Chief
don't know,
of War is a series, yeah.
I enjoyed Fantastic Four more than I thought
Fantastic Four is good.
I would. And then
Fine.
What was the other? Oh, and Superman. I was,
Okay, so you see-
I was surprised how much I enjoyed those movies.
Have you seen Weapons?
I did not. I know that one. All of a sudden is something that you enjoyed seeing, but I don't like horror movies.
Yeah.
And it's like horror.
It's not-
horror kind of, so.
It's
Yeah.
not, it's a hard because like last year I watched The Substance,
Oh, bro.
which was like really gross and stuff. And this is like Strawberry Shortcake compared to The Substance, like, so I'm like, it's not really a horror movie. I mean, it does have horror elements in the movie, but it's more of a mystery.
Alright.
I saw Karate Kid Legends
Oh yeah, you said that.
on Netflix yesterday. That was actually
How'd
a
you-
pretty good movie, man.
That's high praise because Kyle never
like,
watches movies.
yeah,
like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
not
yeah.
a movie buff, so for him to watch something, it's pretty good.
Yeah, the cameos was cool.
But anything,
I guess
Besides
Sinners,
Lilo
I
and
guess
Stitch.
Sinners. Besides Lilo and
Sinners,
Stitch,
yeah.
Sinners, and then I
Sinners.
would say for comedy, Happy Gilmore 2.
oh okay,
Okay.
that's right. Sinners was also very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry, I just want to clarify something real quick. So you have an agent in LA. You also have an agent in Florida.
I have an agent. I have a commercial agent in Florida. I have a theatrical agent in Atlanta. I have one in Canada. I have one in Japan.
Holy smokes!
One in Hawaii.
Are you
Jeez.
doing more work in Canada now? Because I've heard a lot of work is going to Canada, to Europe.
So Canada's actually everywhere is pretty slow right now.
Oh,
So
really?
Canada's kind of slow too, but they have a couple of films, right? I think there's Shogun,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
and I think Avatar is gonna come out too. They're gonna start filming
Yeah.
over there. But I got a Canadian agent because I want to try out for Shogun, right? So I just got a Canadian agent.
Congratulations.
We'll see how that
How
works
do you
out.
juggle that though? Like, if let's say you got like 5 agents all around the
Okay.
U.S. and they call you at the same time and go, "You want this role and this role?" How do you?
So
figure
because
out?
right now it's kind of slow, it's fine. But if it does get like really busy, it'll be tough.
Yeah.
And you don't use the agent is not necessarily for the stunt work,
No, for straight acting.
right? Because
Yeah.
you have the company that you're working with in Florida
For
for
stunt
that.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
wow.
you just become Will Smith and turn down Matrix. right?
Thank
I mean,
God he turned it down.
Yeah, I
Holy
mean, it
crap.
worked out the way.
Yeah.
That would've
I
been
think in a good way,
insane.
but I mean, that's just things that happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
hopefully, you end up doing something else that's successful.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you were able to come home and help people out. And you said right before you came here, you were like teaching people how to do some stuff.
Helping out with some action, teaching some actors how to.
That's awesome, man.
do some
That's
action.
awesome.
And
Thank
then
you for doing that.
Maybe when I come back in a month or two, once we start getting ready for our film with me and Fight Eye, then maybe I'll do like a seminar. We do like an
nice.
acting seminar, and just offer it to people.
There you go, Devin.
Yeah, I know. I gotta take that
Start
class.
working out.
Too late, bro, for me.
Yeah.
Before we head out, we have one more question for you.
Yeah.
This is a music channel, so we have one music question.
Okay.
If you're stranded on a desert island for all of eternity and could only listen to 3 albums for the rest of time,
Yeah.
what would those 3 albums be?
3 albums for the rest of time. You know what? I would have to go with like Bob Marley Legend,
All right.
just because it's got the island vibe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd have
That's
to
a
go
good
with
one.
that.
See, that's what I would have chose, but and when we started this, we wouldn't allow best ofs and legends kind of, but
Now we do.
we kind
Oh,
of.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
So
We
we're
keep
I
stumping
see what
people.
you mean.
we're simpatico on that one. All right.
Yeah. So I'd have to go with the island vibe, and I would go with like a native vibe. So I'd probably go with like Israel. You know,
Okay.
Israel, one of Israel's CDs.
Facing future.
Facing Future,
Facing
yeah,
Future's
something
great.
like that.
Top to bottom, that CD
Would be like that feel good, you know, when
Yeah.
I want to feel good, I'll listen to
Nice.
that. And then maybe something to pump me up.
I was thinking, as a stunt guy, you have to have like that.
Yeah.
Upbeat stuff, right?
Yeah. What do you listen to usually to pump you up before a stunt? Do you listen to music?
No,
Rage
I
Against the
don't.
Machine.
don't?
or
I
something?
don't. But before I train, I'll listen to like EDM music, dance music.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah,
Well,
just
it's
to
like-
get
it is
that,
like a
that
dance.
beat, you know, that boom, boom.
The
Yeah.
beats per minute thing.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right.
So the third one would be what was that?
Third one's kind of tough, but man, it would be tough between I like R&B a lot, but then maybe I'll go with like maybe I'll go with like some kind of rap CD or something.
Like Dr. Dre.
Maybe like a Dr. Dre,
Tupac.
Chronic, or Tupac. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
like a Tupac. That would
Okay.
be nice.
We'll go with
All right.
Tupac.
Very
Tupac,
good,
Tupac
very
would
good.
be nice.
Well, man, thank you
Yeah.
for stopping by. This is I was excited because I love movies and
Yeah.
knowing somebody that's doing the stunt. But
I
the
know.
stunt is like the
Yeah.
most exciting part of the
Yeah.
shows. A lot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and to all of our listeners, we'll see you next week.
All right.
Thanks
care.
for tuning in.
Bye.
Thank you.